Stadium, where they have been calling the Hogs since early in the morning in anticipation of this showdown we have coming. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Razorbacks will kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone. It's Barry Johnson. I know he thinks he can house every returner, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a gap. It's Dupree. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
The give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Quickly to the tight end.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, there are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up. And that.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Complementary offensive football, finding just enough balance, and Wisconsin quarterbacks have always done a great job staying within their system.
Stay within the system, stay within yourself, know when to chuck the football. But more importantly, what do you got to do, Reese? You got to take...
Breaks into the open. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. You've got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
The give. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Great job by the back on the option.
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Hill. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking for a man, it's Green. That's caught, it's Anthony. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over and jump on that football? That offense is very lucky that thing trickled out of bounds.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And the Razorbacks in a good spot here with second and short. Hand off from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point was good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Barry Johnson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Got it set up on the outside. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Pulls it in. It's Ballard. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
The Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll try the run. Running to Green. Oh, he's got some space. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick completion on the out. Turns it on down the left side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Badgers!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw. It's Green. Got a man. It's Anthony. He goes out of bounds right right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hits him in stride of the 10. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. With the run on 1st and goal. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Arkansas! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys. Got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Virginia Tech delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way Logan Thomas, Tyrod Taylor, and the great Michael Vick used to do it. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Finds his man down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the 1st? That's huge.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
To the air, it's Edwards. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Badgers are marching down the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Wisconsin! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Send that offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Quarterback now breaking the field. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Making side adjustments here. To the air. It's Green. Might be looking to run. He's turning it loose into the middle. He's got it for a big play. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on first and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing second down and goal.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Nice job by this defense, man. Playing aggressive, playing physical, taking away the easy stuff on the perimeter. Nice job rushing the quarterback, bringing more bodies near the line of scrimmage, getting the sack, and forcing the third down and goal.
Fires to the wideout. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Well, we've got offenses just flat getting it done. I wonder how the defenses are going to counter all this firepower.
They are too, Reese. They're wondering how they're going to counter this offense. As you've seen the explosion, it's so hard, so much speed, and such effort like that. Offense is just, they got the upper hand.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll run it from the gun. Sweet cut there. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Badgers. He broke couldn't catch it.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The offense changing the play. Back to pass. It's Green. Using his legs to buy some time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Trying to make magic on the scramble. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. Catch in the middle, it's Anthony. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Stepping to the right. Going to try to get it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback, and you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Extending the play. He takes a chance and fires it across the field. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Dropping back, it's Green. Escapes the pressure going right. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
It's complete to the right. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Flicks it out of the air. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback making adjustments. Here's the pressure. Touchdown, Arkansas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. The give to the back. Got enough for the first down. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. They'll immediately call timeout. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They're going to ride this running back. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, and we have run out of time in the second quarter. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Badgers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arkansas ready to send out this offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at that. Turning it on! Plows through the defense. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the tailback. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run the toss. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up.
Going to take a shot. And it's picked off right at the goal line. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down. The run of play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Caught in the backfield, it's Dupree. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Still on his feet at the 35. Breaks away on the left. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And that one will give them the lead.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UMass has had almost no answers today, and when they have had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Amherst. They're trailing by 17 to Old Dominion. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to throw, it's Green. He lobs one high down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Razorbacks! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Coming out with it, it's Barry Johnson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Got it in the middle, it's Mason. Breaks into the open. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Anthony. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And the Badgers can really attack on this second and short. To the air, it's Edwards. Here comes the heat. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Trying to do it on the ground. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Badgers.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his fourth trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. The sure hands, it's Brown. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw, it's Green. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. That'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, in that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Unloads it left. Makes a connection. Corralled and brought down by the defense. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So the defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Caught, close to the marker, it's Green. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so...
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Arkansas! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Leaves it with the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. To the air, it's Edwards. Fires to the right. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find it. I mean, you want to find that
It's a seam wide open. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
A first down run in the red zone. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back.
Touchdown, Wisconsin! They move on top here in the fourth. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No backs. Wants to throw. It's Green. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's at this point of the game where you've got to have great pass protection if you're going to come back and win. You're only down one possession here. You need to give this guy time. They just weren't able to do it on that last one. That's why it's incomplete.
They'll send the back in motion. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Caught behind the line. It's Green. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They just keep firing. Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Flushed out of the pocket. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
He's got him this time. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
He's moving out of the pocket. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Green. Makes the grab.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Rushes on him. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
I'll tell you what, coaches want you to do your best work late in the ball game. He did his best work. Great job taking off biggest run of the day after grinding this game out, makes it explosive, now trying to put this.
The offense coughs it up. Recovered